Hello, morning. It's dawn, I guess. Time for Dawn Busters. Welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Still dark. It was very windy. It's died down a little bit. It was very windy. And in fact, I thought I heard like a little tornado during the tropical storm that was hitting us. Lots of rain the last 24 hours. What's the name of that storm? I mean, it wasn't real bad for me. Some people have lost electricity. We'll see at the top of the hour with the news. But anyway, we have Lord Calvert, Canadian blended whiskey, imported, bottled. This is the Jim Beam version, the Beam version. This is bottled in Kentucky by Beam. See that old Keller looking bottle, Julius Kessler blended whiskey. But for the last 4 years, it's been under the ownership of Luxco, and it's bottled in Missouri by Luxco. The competitor is Canadian Crest. It's a dark bottle, but you might be able to see it. Canadian Crest. Introduced in 2004. Bottled in Louisville, Kentucky by the Founders Company, who is part of, or an alias, what does the U.S. government call it? An assumed name of Sazerac. I'll be right back. This bottle's kind of dirty at the top. I don't know why it would be like that. I always keep this house clean. I was just dusting everything Thursday with the spray. Then this week coming up, I'll clean it. Next week, I'll clean it. All right, do a good job. Well, let's see. I want to try to look up Canadian Crest, see if any liquor stores are selling it. It's pretty rare. I can buy it in these bottles and in the big jug bottles, you know, the handle bottles, 1,750 milliliter bottles at Albertsons. It is, I suppose, Canadian Crest blend. I'm looking up. It's giving me the arms of Canada, the Canadian Royal Arms. Canadian Crest. Instacart has it delivered to your door in fast as 1 hour. I don't know how all that works. Let's see. The Liquor Barn, Canadian Limited. No, I can get that at Walmart. Canadian Whiskey Reviews on Proof 66. Well, guess maybe it is a Walmart only brand. I mean, Albertsons only brand. But the funny thing about it is I'm pretty sure I'm not going to waste your time with this. I'm pretty sure I saw it at some other place. Like I was in some liquor store that was obviously not Albertsons, and I was like, oh, Canadian Crest. But whatever, it doesn't matter. You might, I've had some other people tell me, yeah, I know about Canadian Crest. It says on here, no age statement on either bottle. It says a special blend. A distinguished blend of choice ingredients compose this delicate whiskey. Enjoy the distinctive experience of this Canadian blend. Canadian blend. They say it again. Okay, we get it. Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. Approved by John James, whoever that is supposed to be. There's like a stamp on it, but the stamp is actually part of the label. But it hangs down lower to make it look like it's a stamp. There's a maple leaf, naturally a red maple leaf, and authentic. Yeah, it's real. $5.99 at Albertsons. Yeah, true story. It's super cheap. Now, the only way Lord Calvert, this thing was like $12. So the only way the Lord Calvert's going to win is if it's way better, and I don't see that happening. Can you get good whiskey values at Albertsons? You can. I bought the Drum Castle Irish whiskey, and it was very smoky and peaty and interesting and good, and my daughter liked it too. And I bought that at Albertsons for, it's normally $17.99, but I got it for $14. I think it was 14 even, not $14.99. Boy, that was dynamite. I love drinking that thing all the way, all the way. Canadian Crest. Here we go. Make sure got my labels correct. Yeah. We have two more after this for the Canadian whiskey tournament. Right now we got Albertsons, which I don't think is made anymore. Pretty label, but it's not made anymore. I think it was replaced by brands that have a common name that can be used at all the Albertsons chain stores, Super Value, Safeway, Vons, Jewel Luxco, Albertsons. Whereas Albertsons, you're only going to sell it there. So things like, I think, Canadian Crest, and but that's been out since 2004. But like Canadian Crest, and there's a new store brand, I think, bourbon, straight bourbon whiskey. I keep seeing it over there. I haven't bought it. Then they have the they used to have Albertsons brandy, but now they've got D.W. Anders brandy. Tastes just like the Albertsons, but I think it doesn't taste like the Albertsons. It tastes like Hartley brandy. You say Hartley. Yeah, to me it's like Hartley brandy that Sazerac repackages for them and calls it D.W. Anders. That's my impression. I don't know if that's true, but it seems to be the case that they gave me. Okay. Crap. Dang it and heck. I didn't put them even. And that little disparity can sometimes make a big difference, like it won't. That you can feel it. You can feel the weight difference on just a little bit of ounce. Liquid volume, fluid ounces is strange, but I've noticed it. Now appearance, they're both golden, so that won't matter. Well, this one here is a little more amber, but I don't know which one it is. I've already got them mixed up. So I would say that Lord Calvert has a great disadvantage right now because of the fact that it costs me $12 for the bottle, and I know for sure I won't get it for $5.99. I don't care where I go. Well, you never know what Savannah Discount might have, right? Or Discount Depot. I guess I shouldn't speak too soon. Or international market, where I bought the Highland Mist Scotch whiskey a couple of months ago, 3 months ago maybe, for $5.99. $5.99. And that's a real brand. That's not some private label. That's a real brand. It's been around since 1957, Highland Mist. I even got 2 old magazine advertisements for it. I found one from 1965, one from 1978, and those will be posted on Alcohol Eggs. People say, how can I contact you? Whatever. Alcohol Eggs on Facebook. That is where I am. I was telling the Miller guy that's how you could contact me, because they were looking for me Thursday, because Club Tales, the original Club Tales, I'll be right back. I'll go get the cap. Well, never mind. I can't find it right now. It just says the original Club Tales can cocktails, but they were looking for me because they had watched my videos. They had a guy from Quebec, Canada down here looking. He was like, wouldn't it be ironic or strange if we could actually find him? And then the Miller guy who distributes, Miller Distributes, said, well, I know him. And the Club Tales rep said, what? How could you know him in the whole state of Louisiana? He said, I know him. I know who he is. I know his videos. So they were looking for me, but I wasn't where they were looking. So yesterday he saw me and he wanted me to take a photo with him, the Miller guy with the cap. He said, this will prove that I do know you. And he was going to, I guess, email a photo and say, see, I told you. And he said, you can keep the cap. So I said, yes, I'll keep it. And then my friend David said, did you mention me? Because he did 2 videos with me. I said, no. And you didn't get me a cap? You know, it was happening so fast, I wasn't thinking. It wasn't like we had a big conference. Whoops. Dipped my nose in it. That wasn't done on purpose. This smells like grain, sweet grain. Now, when you drink Canadian whiskey, look, you got to think along the lines of grain, like cereal. Think of a bowl of cereal, you know, like Honey Nut Cheerios. That's a real good example. And it'd be sweet and grain. So you get like the grains and then the sweetness. So this is like honeycomb cereal also. But yeah, it's 80 proof. You know what I mean? It's like honeycomb cereal, yet it's 40% alcohol by volume. All right, so that might be Canadian Crest. Let's go over here. If this one really zooms in my nose with sweetness, I'm going to know it's the Lord Calvert, because that was what the impression I had with Lord Calvert. It was so strong, candy corn, just strong candy. Yep. Ha 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 ha. How you feel played? Because that's Lord Calvert. And you know this, man. And you know why I know it? Because I'm used to the smell now. That's Lord Calvert. Senator, I know Lord Calvert. I worked with Lord Calvert. Senator, you're no Lord Calvert. It's like caramel and even nougat, you know, like you get in the middle of a Three Musketeers bar. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I was talking to Pablo yesterday and he wanted to go. He said, let's go change the light bulbs by Yaki. I said, who is Yaki? He meant Jackie, Jackie. It had me kind of laughing. Let's go by Yaki. How do you say Yaki? Say Yaki. It's Jackie. But in his, he can't hear it. You see, you say, well, I bet that Spanish stuff you can't say, and you got that right. So this is Lord Calvert. I'm not even going to taste it. I'm going to tell you right on here on the internet. This is Lord Calvert on aroma only. That's how confident I am. LC, Lord Calvert, boom, 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 boom. All I need is a zoom, 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 boom, boom. I got it. Bam, bam. How you love that? Bam. Now, for my next trick, I'll taste it. Oh, the roar of the candy corn. Now, the nose is more sugary sweet than the taste. Really, in the flavor, you're getting grain. Oh, it's like grain. It's like a multi-grain cereal. Corn, barley, rye. They might have wheat in it. They might have single, you know what I'm saying, like single malt barley type thing. Oh, I feel like cold front. They might have, well, all those things. Now, and then all the flavorings, which could be of various levels of rum, brandy, bourbon, barrel-aged wine. But that one is like a real, that's a real mixture there. So if you like if you like multi-grains, like it's just a symphonic presentation of numerous grains, that will work for you. Is it worth $12 a bottle? I would say yes, it is. But is it $12 a bottle better than a $5.99 bottle? Which is it's not twice as good. And I'm gonna be even more frank. I don't think it is as good. It's got a little too much bite to it. It's a little bitey, a little claw, like scratchy a little bit. So that's bottled in Missouri. Missouri, show me the whiskey I showed you just now. This one's bottled in Louisville, Kentucky. It's nice and mild and smooth, and it's not too sugary. It's not too, yeah, it's multigrain as well, because you're going to have a lot of corn, about 80% grain neutral spirits corn. But in Canada, they use a special process, which I'm not going to go into at this time, but we could talk about it later. And it's very interesting how they do it. And there's different variations of how you can do it to achieve the whiskey. It's very, very, it's all aged at least 3 years. So you could taste the rye. Now it's Sazerac, the founder's company Sazerac. Now, Sazerac always got that high rye. So that peppery rye. Talking about Sazerac, I looked in a store yesterday and boom, 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 boom. There was 5 bottles of Blanton. And they all had names on it. Like they had taped a piece of paper with each person's name on it. That's how people go crazy for Blantons. They got to make an appointment to buy it. It's not like you just show up and buy one of these kind of things. Oh, no, sir. It was all by appointment. They had a different horsey on it, the jockey. And one guy came in there and he says, this is what the customer service man was telling me. He said, one guy came in here and said, I want to buy 2 bottles. What can I do to get 2 bottles? He said, nothing. They're all appointed. They received 6. That's what they get in the case, 6. And that's all they got. And they gone. That fast. So if you don't make an appointment to get Blantons, you're not getting Blantons. Elio's, I'm sure they sold out. River Ridge Market probably sold out. They all sell out like immediately. Do I think it's really worth all that? I don't know how Sonya got it. But maybe 10 years ago it wasn't like that. She just went and bought it. And she gave it to me. She said, I don't drink anymore. You want this bottle of Blantons, which I only took 1 glass of, or half a glass? I said, yeah. Thank you very much. Who would turn that down? But I don't know if it's worth $60 a bottle, but don't let me say that on the internet. We're going to keep that to ourselves. Don't repeat that. I didn't say that. The word will get out. He said, Blantons wasn't worth $60 a bottle. Okay. But I was thinking about buying Johnny Walker Blue Label, which is $264 a bottle. You think that's worth it? Okay, so Canadian Crest is the winner. As forlorn as it is and as unknown as it is, look up video reviews for Canadian Crest. You'd be like, where's the video reviews? I'm going to be like, on my channel, and that's it. Basically, I think. It's just better. It just has a better roll in your mouth. It like rolls along your palate and it finishes up nice and mellow. You would taste it and you wouldn't believe it was really only $5.99. You think it's a better product. And it doesn't really have that almond extract thing that John and Neely fusses about, rightfully so, I think. And so the Luxco one, the lower cap was a little harsh, but it's still fine. I mean, I like it too. Well, that's it. The news is starting. So thanks for watching this video production, and be Albertsons tomorrow morning, God willing. Thank you.